Hi, hi Gavin.
Hey Rupa,
How are you?
fine. How are you?
Yeah, good. So, how was your conference?
It was
Good.
very informative. I learned a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I am still um,
Uh-huh.
trying to figure out an easy way for us to send these change sets because it's a lot, and we might have to break this into
Mm-hmm.
um, like you can do 5 change sets, I can do 5 change sets, Trin can do
Oh,
5 change sets, Adib can do 5. So I'm thinking of doing breaking
okay.
it, breaking it so we can all share responsibility of
Mm-hmm.
change sets.
But yeah, we have to know like how to do it.
Yeah, so today's webinar will be a good starting point to learn how to send change sets.
Okay. So, did you test the flows she sent, Barbara?
I tested it, it's working. So
Okay.
I didn't send it to production yet. It's still
Mm-hmm.
in sandbox.
Okay.
I can't even log in production, so that's why I wanted to do that while Kendra is on the other line, so she can give us a verification.
Your voice is breaking. Voice is breaking.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So I didn't send any of the stuff to production because I don't have the verification code to log into production.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that today
Mm-hmm.
with Canva. Are you
Okay.
able to access this file? I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
Going on, fellas?
Hey, hey.
Hi, Adip.
Hey, hey.
Okay, I sent the change log for change sets. Are you guys able to access this? It's on the
Let me
chat.
see.
Yeah. All right. What do we have? Sprint. Sprint one. Oh, hey, Gav.
Yes.
Well, actually, I gotta ask you that question. I don't know whether you or Kendra. So remember how the products have like names on their? It says product, and then they have the numbers instead of names.
Yes.
So you wanted to import the names there, right? Instead. Is that how we want it, or we want to create a name field there for a column?
Uh, Decide what's best. Do you think? I mean, at the end of the day, she needs to know what product 001 is. So
Yeah, but the thing is though, if you look at the product description, that's where the names are. You know what I mean? So if you look at are you into her sandbox right now?
yes.
So if you look at her sandbox and then just click on the product, so it'll have a bunch of fields, and one of the fields is description, and that's where the name is.
Okay.
I don't know why they have it like that, but so because I was trying to do that yesterday, and I was like, it's already there.
You can ask. You can ask her if that's helpful.
Yeah, that was going to be my question.
Because at the end of the day, it's the user's choice, right? It's not ours.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
If she finds that to be helpful, then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Also, oh, there she is.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good, good. Hi, Kendra. Hi, Deep.
Oh, so Kendra's phone is now. Hey, Train. Kendra's stuff does not work.
And Barb has joined. Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Hi,
Barb.
Hi.
So I just sent the Salesforce change deployment spreadsheet in the chat. See if you guys can access it.
I don't see anything in the chat window.
Yeah, I opened the spreadsheet. It came up.
I think, Gav, you need to resend it because they just came up.
Oh yeah, they just joined, right? So let me resend it to everyone. Salesforce change sets.
Hey, Kendra.
Yes.
Hey,
Oh,
so
great.
question on the products, right? So
What?
you know how the names are actually like just numbers right now?
Mhm.
So is that how you want it, or you want to see names, right?
I'd love to see names, but
Okay. So there's
I
like
understand that.
I know,
Yeah.
but there's a description tab, right? And the description
Yeah.
column has like all the names. So like you have, if I'm looking at your spreadsheet that we got a long time ago. So purchase order form. So I don't know why the names are there as a description. So under description field, there's like names. So do you want me to like bring those description and maybe rename them as name instead?
Yeah, that'd be fine. I mean, the way it is currently, I had no problem like figuring out which item was what
Okay.
because of the description. So if you want to change it to the name, that'd be awesome. I don't even think it really needs a description, but
Right.
I mean, I understand that's pretty tedious work as well.
I think description is there because like there's like a same item with like different quantity, let's say. So like I'm probably gonna butcher this pronunciation. Phenum filter. Is that how you say it?
No, that was good. Yeah.
So it's like small, and then it says the other one is small master case, and then there's large, and then large master case.
Okay. Yeah.
So I guess, I don't know. I mean, it could be a description, but then at the same time, it can be just a name as well, right?
Yeah, I think it could just be the name, because then with the number there, I mean, we would know.
Okay. Okay.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I can just instead of description, we can just rename that to name. That'd be all right. No biggie.
If that's not too tedious, I know that's pretty repetitive, but.
And then what else was there? Okay, never mind. And so, Gav.
Yes.
This is what me and Kendra was talking about last time. The description on right now, the web to lead.
Okay.
So we already created a web to lead.
You mean a form?
What's that?
Did you mean a form? Because we
yeah, web to lead form. We already created. We haven't like Okay, so because right now what she has is the existing one is just a regular standard description form, description field.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
that's what we have right now. Yes.
Yeah. So whenever customers, I create custom description on the sandbox, and that's the one we're going to be using because then that's the only way she can have all the description transfer from leads to accounts.
Yes.
So we need to include that in the web to lead.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I know. We worked like long time ago on the web to lead, but I think we'll figure it. We'll see in a little bit, right? I don't know who has it. I created one yesterday.
Okay. So are we ready to start the presentation on ChangeSets?
Yeah.
Anytime you are, man.
All right. So I'm gonna post a link, and that is this is the link that we keep track of all our changes that we make from sandbox to production. And I'm gonna post this to everyone. Even Kendra can join and request access to it. It's called the change set log. So we keep a log of what changes were sent from sandbox to production. That way we are not duplicating work. We have the right change set sent to production, and it's tracked. Kendra, can you access it?
I just requested access from you.
Okay. Got it. All right. I just granted you access. So if you can see my screen, I have a change that we're going to make. So we're going to change the business type in your production org. So we already have this field built in your sandbox org called business type on the lead. So what we're going to do today is we're going to get that business type, that customization, and push it into your production org from sandbox. And how you would do that is using ChangeSets. So I'm used to doing ChangeSets in Classic. So bear with me. I haven't figured out how to do ChangeSets in Lightning yet. So I'm going to switch us to Classic. I would go, I'll click on this man here.
Hey, Gav.
Yeah.
Hey, are you guys seeing Gav's screen or Gav's face?
No, I was just gonna say that. I'm seeing you.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I thought I was sharing the screen.
I thought it was my screen. Okay.
Okay. All right. So let me go back to this TeaSpot change deployment wiki. So here you would see that you see the lead object and this custom field called business type. So what we're going to do today is we're going to update the business type in your lead object, but in production, because this is already in sandbox. All right. So the reason why I have this document is so we can track who made that change. So if anything goes wrong, we know who to catch. We know who the culprit is. All right. So let's go into Salesforce. And I haven't found out how to do this in Lightning. So I'm going to switch to Classic for today. And you would go into Classic. And go into your setup. And in this quick find box, you type outbound. So hold on a second. Change. Messages. That's interesting.
Wait, there is no deployment?
Yeah, there's no deployment here.
Huh.
I thought I saw that. Apex jobs, logs, maybe? We might have to contact Salesforce and ask them to switch it on for you guys. I swear I saw it last time when we were at our study group. Okay, all right. Kendra, do you have the password to your production environment?
the like live environment?
Yeah, the live environment.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so I'm gonna go into a live environment.
Oh. So, do you want me to give you the username?
Yes.
Username is just going to be mary@theteaspot.com. And then the password is going to be consult, C-O-N.
Lowercase c, right?
Yeah, lowercase.
Salt.
And then N,
N.
0,
0.
W,
W.
exclamation point.
Okay, you may have gotten a verification code.
Okay.
You can share that with me.
Professional edition.
All right. Are you ready for the code?
Yes.
It's 18952.
952.
Yes.
All right. Barbara just sent me an article about ChangeSets. So it says ChangeSets from one org to another.
So Gavin,
Yes.
where it says available in,
Yes.
I don't see professional.
Got it. Enterprise Performance Unlimited and database.com. Yeah, professional is not in here.
Now, sometimes they don't update this, right away.
Yeah.
So I don't know if maybe spring, or maybe summer, has the possibility, but I mean, according to this documentation, it doesn't have professional listed.
Got it. So there's one other way to do this. We can install Eclipse and
Yeah.
use the IDE in Eclipse to make changes from sandbox to production. But that's a whole nother beast, and that'll be a completely different session. So
Yeah.
today we're gonna switch to Q&A mode, Kendra.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Like, we have a lot of questions to answer from the email you sent me yesterday.
Yeah. So one thing I was wondering, as I'm like, I like that you're in the live mode because then you can see like what I'm doing.
Right.
So when one thing I've been wondering, so when I go, what I do every day is I go to leads and I go to unread leads.
On my unread leads.
Yeah. And then, so these are inquiries coming from our website.
Okay.
And so what I do is I like click on them, look at the detailed part. Yeah, you can click on one of them.
Look at the details. Okay.
Yeah, and then if you scroll down a little bit, it'll have like a description. So they're like looking for corporate gift sets, blah, blah, blah. So then what I normally do is I call them or email them. And then right away, I change them to an opportunity. Is that correct?
Yes. So if if you feel this is going to be a for sure deal, that they're not just browsing, then you can convert it to an opportunity.
Okay. And then as I do that, and if you want, you can go ahead and do it, and I can follow up with this person.
Okay.
So this description is going to be lost.
Yeah, this is where the
Well,
description
that's
gets
because,
lost.
yeah, that's because the one that I created is only in the sandbox right now.
So moving, once we deploy that, or
it will be all right.
okay, so then the other question, and I know you kind of answered this for me already, but just to confirm, so opportunity name, that's, I have to give it an opportunity name to create essentially that opportunity.
Yes, so I would use a unique name that would describe what type of tea group is this person interested in.
Oh, like bulk versus sachet, or like what do you mean? Because that's a question I was wondering too. Like, how should we be naming them?
That's an internal discussion. So if you already have a way of naming your customers' orders, like for example, when I was working at a sports company, we would use the acronym WIZ for Wizards. So for example, if someone wants to buy tickets to a Wizards game, we would say opportunity Wizards and then put the date next to it.
Okay, so then my next question is, after I've created that opportunity, and say, like I gave you the example, this lady wanted to buy matcha. Well, she only started with like 2 or 5 pounds or something. So then that opportunity is essentially like I closed it and it was 1 because she ordered matcha. So then is that where then I should be creating do I need to create a new opportunity under her account, or would it just be like a new task? Because then my next goal would be to get her to just order more, not necessarily a price change or anything.
Yes, so I would create a task first to follow up. And then when you follow up, if they say, yes, I'm interested in ordering more, then you create another opportunity. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So in each account, there'll be multiple opportunities, but pretty much any time I should have at least one opportunity open. Can you even have multiple?
Yes, only if the customer is interested in a product. So when you call them, you can create a task first to call them. And if there is an interest, you open another opportunity.
Okay, got it. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
and also too, if I can insert something, Kendra, if there's $1 associated, you should create an opportunity for that, so that way you can report on that down the road. So that, just a general rule of thumb, create an opportunity whenever there's a new product or dollar amount associated, a new sale.
Okay, got it.
What was the other question that you had? I know you had 3 questions. Let me open my email. Another tab.
Yeah, that's a good question. What were my questions? Oh, and then the other thing, so I've been working on, well, one of them was, I noticed in our QuickBooks that when I sync these new opportunities as I'm creating them, when I click sync with QuickBooks, it's creating an account in QuickBooks for them.
Yes.
And so I don't necessarily want that, because a lot of them don't actually.
End up buying.
Yeah, so I think like you said, the best way to do it would just be once they order, sync them with QuickBooks, or.
Yeah, so that would be a good workaround. It's just a matter of remembering not to hit that till they've ordered.
I know, because now I've started getting in the habit of doing it, and it's creating like these empty accounts in our QuickBooks.
Right.
Like it gives them a name and like pulls the phone number and email, and then that's about it.
So does that cause you an issue later on when come audit time, or is that not a non-issue?
I don't know. I was gonna maybe follow up with our account. Like our accountant is the one who's like all about QuickBooks. I just don't want there to be a bunch of like extra data or information, because I feel like if we're like, we have a ton of people who reach out to us who are like so excited about the tea, they're gonna order, and then they just fall dead. Like you never hear from them.
Right.
And I don't necessarily want to be adding a bunch of accounts in there that are never accounts.
Right. Yeah. If not, your account will probably think that's an account receivable that's waiting.
Right.
To be paid.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, if the accountant does make an issue and say, hey, these are confusing, you're confusing and it's not compliant with the audit, then what I would suggest is don't hit the checkbox till they actually buy.
Okay.
So Kendra,
Mm-hmm.
I've got a question. You mentioned you were noticing duplicates. Are you noticing duplicates in what context? Like opportunities, contacts, accounts? What are you seeing duplicates in?
So what I've been doing very slowly but surely is I ran a report to figure out which accounts weren't linked with QuickBooks. And there's like 1,900 accounts that are not synced with QuickBooks. So I've been going through and syncing them, and I think it's accounts that there's double of. Let me pull. I think I have it. I think I marked one of them.
So you're seeing the same account names over and over in the report?
Just like twice. And like usually it'll say like, we noticed a duplicate. Or yeah. Here, let me see if I can find one.
So Gavin, is that something that's controlled by report filters or anything, or what would that be from?
Let me check this report. I'll hit edit on this. Let's see. I want to check the filter. So it says sync with QuickBooks not equals to false. So that means not equals to false means this is true.
I think I fixed it, but did I not save it that way?
Okay. So this is actually synced with QuickBooks. It has a QuickBook ID. So not equals to false means true.
Wait, which way do I need it? Because there was one way where it only pulled up like 12 of them, and then the other way it pulled up 1,900.
Gotcha. Let's change this to equals to false. And yep. So these are not. But how do they have a QuickBook ID if it's not synced? It has a QuickBooks ID. Maybe these are repeat buyers, the ones who have a QuickBook ID. Do they look familiar? The ones that have a QuickBooks ID, are they repeat buyers?
I mean, no. So like Spavia hasn't even bought yet. Like I sent them samples and that's it. But I synced them, so that's what I'm talking about. Like I clicked sync with QuickBooks.
Yeah.
So they have like an empty account in our QuickBooks where it just has like their name, phone number, and that info, but they've never placed an order.
Gotcha. So now that makes sense. I was wondering, how did they get that QuickBooks ID? It's because we sync them even though they don't have order, we hit the sync. So it generates QuickBooks ID. Right.
But now we're thinking I shouldn't click it.
Yeah, if they don't buy. Okay, what else can you shoot? Anyone else on the line? You can chime in. Feel free to chime in if you feel something else could be the cause of this issue.
Well, is it I'm not very familiar with how QuickBooks works, but every time a transaction is done, or if you create an account, you convert it to an opportunity, Kendra, does QuickBooks automatically generate a QuickBooks ID for it because it's recognizing some action being done to that account? or that opportunity?
Yeah, I have no clue where that ID comes from. I was trying to figure that out because one of my accounts, it's called Natural Mommy Gear. They've ordered, can we pull them up real quick?
Sure.
I think that QuickBooks ID, I don't know if it's automatically generated in QuickBooks or Salesforce, but I tried to look in QuickBooks and I couldn't find an ID or anything similar to that.
I would think that it would have to be generated through
ID more likely will be auto-generated just because it's a database.
Can you spell that out? Natural Mommy Gear.
Mommy, yep, that one.
Okay.
So if you click details,
Okay.
all right, scroll down.
Not checked.
I could have sworn I checked this one, but
Oh, it has a QuickBooks ID, even though it's not synced to QuickBooks.
That looks like it's through DB Sync, right? I mean, is that just automatically done on the back end from DB Sync with anything that they do?
Good point, Trin.
Because
that's where I was getting confused because this customer has ordered before.
okay, well they have ordered. Okay, well that would make sense. They would have that. But if there's a customer that's showing on your report, the one you were referring to that where you just sent the sample,
Spavia.
you did not click the check the box, the QuickBooks box, right?
I did. I'm pretty sure I did. I did click sync with QuickBooks, which is probably why it has a QuickBooks ID.
Okay.
Let's look them up also. Oh, you also have an opportunity. That's good. You're following.
I'm trying.
Very good. Sync with QuickBooks, not checked. Okay.
So that's weird, right? Because like I could have, well, I thought I clicked it, but maybe not. And they have not ordered anything.
Gotcha. It looks like DB Sync is doing this without even you having to hit the checkbox. It's generating these QuickBooks IDs in QuickBooks without us doing anything. And if there was a failure, it would appear under QuickBooks error if there was a failure. So it seems to be happening all on its own.
So I guess my concern is, and the only reason I caught this to begin with was because I went in to create an account and put an order together for a customer in QuickBooks. And as I was trying to save the information, it said that there was already an account. And so that's when I realized that like it was already creating a like empty account. It just has company name and then like phone number. So I'm just worried about like dirty data getting into QuickBooks or me creating duplicates, because sometimes when I create an account name in here or an opportunity, it's not the actual business name. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like on here, on Salesforce, they'll tell me their name is, I don't know, like Better Body Fitness. And then when they send in their account info, it'll be something like LLC. So I'm worried like that it's eventually we're going to get a lot of dirty data from it.
Gotcha.
That makes sense.
Yeah, gotcha. So
yeah, because if she takes a lead and converts it to an opportunity, that opportunity name is going to be very specific, right? Like you had said, like bulk tea or, you know, product or tea type. And then if she wants to actually put an order in when that customer says, yes, I like this, I'm going to buy, then the actual name of the company might be something ABC LLC. So when it converts over from a lead, I'm just trying to think through the process.
Yeah, so when you convert it from a lead to an opportunity, you have to associate that opportunity to
An account, right?
Yeah.
Right. And that account name is not always what their actual business name is.
Oh, okay.
That's where I think.
So, I mean,
like, for example, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's all right. Go ahead.
So type Calvert, one of my accounts is Calvert Rejuvenations. And I think that's one we have a duplicate of in here.
Gotcha. I see it. You have 2 accounts.
Yeah. So, and that's the kind of things, like, they'll reach out to me and they'll say, we're Calvert Rejuvenations. And I'll be like, okay, good. And then we'll get their they'll be like, oh, our business name is Calvert Rejuvenation Spa. Or I don't know. It's just little things like that that I'm worried there's going to be, I think could add up over time.
Yeah. I mean,
when you're changing it to, say there's an opportunity and you're placing an order for that customer, you can't just modify the existing name. So you know how it can allow you to select from an account. You can go and search for an account name.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm just asking, Gavin, do you know, so for when she has an opportunity and she wants to convert, or a lead and she wants to convert it to an opportunity, or say she actually wants to place an order, why can't she just pull up that account name and then modify that account name if needed, instead of duplicating another one?
Yeah, I mean, she can do that going forward, but we have to merge the existing duplicates that are already in there.
Right. Okay. So anytime that she creates an opportunity, it sounds like if with the DB Sync possibly that they're just creating another QuickBooks ID. I think that's where the problem is going to be too, because you're going to have multiple QuickBook IDs for same account names.
Yeah.
Same customers.
Yeah. So the good news is the Salesforce has its own duplicate account merging tool. You can get it through the App Exchange. And
okay.
If you send us a list of duplicates, if you can create a report, we will access the report, and that will be a good learning opportunity for us during our study group to do duplicate management. This is a real life issue. Even in, like I work in Georgetown right now, we get duplicate applications of students, and we deal with it on a regular basis. So this will be a really good study group activity.
Yeah.
And just send us a report of all the duplicates you want merged. We can do a study group.
Okay.
Hey, Gav.
Yeah.
Hey, can you create a sandbox from this? Do we have any more sandbox license or no?
Well, now that I'm logged in, I can check it out. Barbara, do you know how to navigate to that from Lightning?
Navigate to what?
No, we can go from classic.
If we can create a sandbox out of her existing production org.
Using Lightning experience?
Yeah, in Lightning.
Yeah, I haven't done it in Lightning, but
well, first we got to make sure she has those. So there's
ChangeSets.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. ChangeSets, sandbox.
Yeah.
Environment.
Inbound, outbound.
Wow, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
So they have it in Lightning, but not in Classic.
Not in Classic. They remoted in Classic. That's pretty cool.
Because they are a professional Lightning UI, right?
Oh yeah, you can create a new sandbox. But let's see.
No, it's only developer, so I guess we're only gonna get metadata. So
there's no.
What we need is we need a full.
Yeah.
That doesn't come with. You have to pay extra, I believe, for a professional to get a full sandbox.
Because developers, like, we already have that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad that we found this. All right. Well,
I'm totally fine if you guys want to like play around in this too. Like, I mean, you're not gonna. I'm doing way more
we don't wanna
harm
mess around with
than
this.
anyone is.
don't say that. Yeah,
I mean,
but
I'm trying my best.
well, go ahead.
So, but developer sandbox is different from a developer edition. You get the metadata in developer sandbox, right?
Right.
Yeah. No. Well, can we do? No, we can't do sandbox with our developer edition, can we?
No, but you can. Are you trying to get another sandbox for?
I was hoping we could get this a full sandbox from what she has, what she currently has, so we can access all that and everything else.
Yeah, no, I think she has to pay extra.
Yeah. I know the enterprise will give you one.
Pay.
Yeah, there's no more available.
Actually, I could be wrong, but I think I read, and I can do some more research, but I think I read that for a new company who has professional, if they need a sandbox just to do data migration one time only, I think they grant that.
Gotcha.
Something only.
I think it's worth looking into.
Okay, I'm making a note of that. Yeah, because I don't want to break any of what we built in Sandbox by refreshing this Sandbox. So if we can create a whole new one, then we can keep what we built in the Sandbox that we are working on. And then we can also look at, if we get a full Sandbox, we can see the real-time data
Right.
that Kendra and Mary can see, but in the Sandbox environment. All right, I'm glad that we found this.
Can you also tell me how many user licenses we have?
Yes.
Like, is it?
Yes. So you go to, under administration, you go to users, and you can hit the users section. So there are 2 active system administrators. I don't know who Edge Relation is.
They're the people out of Denver who were supposed to like make DB sync with our QuickBooks and take care of like duplicates and all that stuff.
Are they still doing it or not?
Sort of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they've been using it on the 28th of March, which is just like 2 months ago.
There you go, yeah. They're the ones who implemented the products and price book, I guess.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So does this mean, like, are there enough users to where Mary and I can each have our own?
Yes, so I can create a user account, but I don't think I can give you system administrator access because only 2 people can be system admin according to your license.
Can it
Okay,
be
so
like
as soon as
can they be like
relation
junior
is
or
done,
something?
I can feel it.
I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you, Kendra.
As soon as Relation Edge is done, I can take that.
Yeah, you can take that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You can only give them access whenever they want, right? Like instead of like giving them system admin license right now, right, Gav? Or how does that work?
I can downgrade the access to like a delegated admin, but I don't know if her license allows that.
Okay.
Let me see if
Because if you go to company profile, then you have, I think they have like 3 licenses, but they're all been used.
What's your email, Kendra? It's
just Kendra at the TeaSpot.com.
Salesforce. I'm gonna see if I can give you a a system admin. Let's see if it may allow it, it may not. Oh, it did. All right.
Yeah.
Wait, so does this mean that I can log in with my own stuff?
Yeah, so if I hit reset password, you will get your own username and password.
This is like where I can see Salesforce making sense, because I'm like, if Mary and I are both working in it, like it's nice to see like, oh, she's been talking to this customer, like what do I need to know about them? Like that's where like I get it.
Yeah.
But I was like, if we just have one account and we're sharing it, like
Yeah.
I was like, what's the point? Okay, cool.
Yeah, and also when you create accounts in the future for your reps, don't give them system admin access, because then they might go into places where you don't want them to go, and you'll end up doing more work.
Oh yeah, gotcha. Like as we build our team, make sure we're the only system administrators. Okay. Wow, great.
Hey, Kat,
Okay.
Yes.
can you go back to users?
Yeah. Let me reset this password so you get a a login link. So when you check your mail, you should get a link to log in.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
You want to change the time?
Okay.
So I thought with professional, it only comes with 2 users. So how is she getting 3 users?
No, professional I think comes with 3 users. If you go to company profile, then you can see it.
Oh, it comes with 3?
I think that's what I saw. If you go to what do you call it? Classic one.
Okay, yeah, let me switch to classic. This is confusing.
Yeah. But then on classic, I thought all the licenses were all used.
I thought it was only 2 too, Barbara. So I don't know. Adeep, are you saying that it's different for Classic and Lightning?
What's that?
The
2 is definitely on developers. It's just 2, but I think on enterprise, I think I saw 3.
But this is professional.
Professional. Sorry. I was looking at their sandbox. I saw 3 licenses, but I thought they were all being used already. But we can check it out.
Okay.
Is it consult W?
Oh, sorry. Yes. It's consult N0W exclamation point.
Okay, let me switch to and company profile. So you go to company profile, company information, right?
Yeah.
Should give you.
So you go down here, Salesforce, see that? It says Salesforce total 3 and then used 3 already.
Yep. So Kendra, you're the last system administrator. We can't have any more. But we can have chatter free users up to 5,000. 500 external users. So we can have 500 of your customers log into your Salesforce and contact you or reorder products. We haven't set up a community portal yet. Once we set up a community portal.
See, they have deploy here on the on this edition.
Yeah.
Production environment, they have deploy.
Yeah. So
Just don't have it on the sandbox.
yeah. Yeah, we might have to get on the phone with Salesforce a little and find out the sandbox workaround, how we can get all her data into our sandbox, because it doesn't really help if you don't have real-time data to play with.
Yeah.
We can't troubleshoot why you are having all these issues. So
Yeah, with the duplicates, I was wondering if that's something I'm doing. Like as I'm creating the lead, or I'm not sure. Like I maybe went through like 30 accounts this weekend and hit like sync with QuickBooks or whatever, and there were probably, it was like 1 out of 10 accounts would have a duplicate. And so I was just wondering if that was something I was doing, and like the process of changing a lead to an opportunity and creating that account, which is like what the very first thing I stepped you through.
yeah.
So I didn't know, because I don't want to obviously continue to create duplicates, but I didn't see where I was like doing that. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Kendra, I've got a question. When you create, say when a customer decides to order, are you putting that order in QuickBooks?
No, not at the moment. Or yes, no. So what I do, the way we do it is so old school. So we create an email chain with all of our wholesale team members on it, and I send through a purchase order form, and then our shipping manager creates that order in QuickBooks when they ship.
So that's
charges them.
That's probably where because it sounds like to me that they're creating an order through QuickBooks and you're creating an opportunity in Salesforce, and when it gets synced up, it sounds like it's recognizing it as a QuickBooks transaction as well. I mean, I could be completely wrong. I'm just trying to guess here, but I didn't realize.
No, yeah, I get what you're saying. I think you might be right. Yeah, like if I'm creating the account and opportunity in Salesforce, and then I'm also creating it in QuickBooks, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, then I wonder if there's an issue with the process itself, in that, because when the fulfillment or the ordering department, whoever it is that actually takes the order and puts it in QuickBooks, are they not using Salesforce at all?
No, the only people who use Salesforce are literally, I'm the only person. It's me.
Okay.
And then it'll be Mary and myself when she comes back.
So Gavin, wouldn't that be a reason for the duplicate? Because if you've got Kendra creating an opportunity and then it syncs up to QuickBooks, and then you've got someone else in another department actually entering it in QuickBooks, then I would, I mean, I can see where that would be, 2 QuickBook transactions, and then results in the same customers,
right?
With the names being slightly different, because one has a technically the business name, and the other is the opportunity name. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So,
because all these orders come through a web to lead form through your Magento website, correct? And then you mostly work out of QuickBooks from there. That's how it has been done before you move to Salesforce. Am I correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So basically, whoever it is that's creating the order, they're using that process, and Kendra's going through Salesforce to create the opportunity from a lead, and then syncing it up, and then possibly
and I create an account in Salesforce, and once the customer calls and they're like, I want to place an order, I also create that account in QuickBooks. So that part I am doing, but for like pricing and the items they purchase, that's all our shipping manager, and she does that in QuickBooks solely.
Okay. So she's working out of the account that you created in Salesforce and synced to QuickBooks.
Yeah.
Oh, she is. She's actually she's working on that account, but she doesn't actually go through Salesforce. She goes directly to QuickBooks. Yes,
yeah. And I've already previously created the account.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So, I'm just trying to think of the process here, because you had also mentioned you're having issues with creating a quote.
Oh yeah, I cannot figure that out.
Okay, all right. Let's work on that then. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of what apps are available for you to dedupe duplicate accounts. So how you would get here? Let me go back. So you would click on the menu here, and there is an app exchange option. Click on app exchange and search for account merge. You'll find a bunch of free apps that will help you merge duplicate accounts. A dupe catcher is one of the deduplication tools that I've used in the past. You can, well, once we have your data in Sandbox, we can actually show you how to do it, because right now I don't want to do it in production. Once you install this app, kind of like installing a app from the iTunes store, right? The Apple store. It's the same thing. You go to the App Exchange, install the app on Salesforce, and you will see an icon come up. You'll see new icons come up with the caption "account merge," and you go in there, and you can. It's very user friendly. It'll show you what account should be your master primary account and what should be a secondary account, and then you can merge the two, and the master account is what will remain.
Okay.
So that's
cool. Good.
So there is a solution to it, but the cause of the problem, we need to still figure out how we are getting the dupes. Or if not, what we're going to do is we're just going to put a band-aid by deduping them. We're just it's just putting a band-aid on a bigger problem.
So she can clean up the existing duplicates, but it sounds like we'll need to figure out, it may be a process, just a process issue.
Yeah.
But it sounds like the dupes are going to continue until we figure out what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think it's probably my fault, because like sometimes it takes weeks, sometimes it takes days, sometimes it takes months to get someone to actually follow through with their first order.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what happens is they reach out on here, they give me whatever their company name is that they give me, that's what I input as their account name. And like I said, then like maybe a month later, they'll send me their account information, and it's a different company name by like one word or one letter or something. And then I think without even checking, I probably create the account in QuickBooks with that new name. And then we've got like two accounts for them, if that makes sense. I don't know.
So probably, is in QuickBooks, you can search for an existing account, right? So maybe that would be a good start, is just search for an existing account first.
I probably should.
Yeah, and if there's a change in the name that's slightly off, just modify it in QuickBooks, search for that account.
Yeah, I think that'll probably I think that's what's happening, and that'll have to be the solution. So just before I create a new account, I'll have to make sure it's not already there.
Yep. Do a search and then work off of that account that's existing if there is one.
Okay, cool. I'll try that moving forward.
Okay, so going back to creating quotes, so let's go into an opportunity. And like I mentioned last time, the quotes doesn't quite work with the Lightning experience just yet. So you have to add your product in the Lightning experience. So, I mean, this is a real customer. Can I add a product and later remove it?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to add all the breakfast blend. And in here, you can set the sale price, the quantity. Say it's $1. Oh, quantity 12. And now that you have the product, you should be able to now go into the Classic, Salesforce Classic, and trying to find an opportunity. Who was he? So, recently viewed opportunities. I'm trying to find his name.
His company, I believe, is Rivers and Roads, if that helps. And his name is Michael Keene.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Okay, this is not a very efficient way till Salesforce figures out how to use quotes in Lightning.
So she'll always have to convert back to Classic.
Yeah, that's
to
really
access it.
really dumb.
I know it's easy to think about doing, but when I don't know, I think about how quickly the days go by. I'm like, anything, like if it was simpler, I'm worried I'm not going to do it as often as I should. I'll just have to create that habit.
Right.
Could she start in whenever you want to do a quote? Can you just start the whole process in Classic, and then when you're done doing quotes and you're doing other stuff, then move to Lightning?
Yeah. Do you think that would work for you, Kendra?
Yeah, I like that idea better. Flipping back and forth. So all you do is we're in opportunity, click on the opportunity, add products.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so I got that part.
Okay. There used to be a related list here. How did I do it last week? Maybe I have to enable quotes in your production, because quotes is enabled in your sandbox, but it's not. So let me enable quotes.
Yeah, because I looked and I took notes on it, how to do it, and I still couldn't figure it out. And I watched a little video.
Disable quotes, no.
Or do you need to add it to the page layout? Will that help?
Yeah, let's add it to the opportunity page layout. Related lists. Yep, here it is. You're right, Trent. So you find the quote related list, put it in there. Now you should be able to access the quotes option.
Sweet, so that'll be in my live?
Yeah, so now you have the new quote option, because earlier the related list wasn't added to the layout.
Okay.
Now you hit new
Sweet.
quote. Yeah.
I thought it was simple. I wondered why I was struggling so much.
Yeah. I mean, we have it in the sandbox, but we don't have it in your production environment. So you would say test one, give the quote a date, give it a stage. All this information gets merged in from your customer's account. You hit save.
And then you can just create the PDF right there.
Yeah, you can create a PDF right there.
Nice. Okay.
And you can save it or save an email quote. You can find his email address from here.
No, stay in. I'll find another place.
All right, guys, I gotta go. It's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, sorry. This Q&A took so much longer than I thought.
Yeah. So yeah, and then you select his name, Michael Keene. There he is. And bam, I mean, you type in what you want to type into the body and send it to him.
Cool. Awesome.
I'm glad we were able to help in that way. Continue to ask us questions throughout the week. We'll be meeting this Saturday, and we'll look into deduping tools that would help us reduce the number of duplicates you have. In the meantime,
Yeah, and I'll send. Yeah, I'm gonna keep working on accounts to like make sure they're synced because that has affected our sales number. Like it's slowly getting closer and closer to where it should be.
okay.
So that issue I think is getting resolved by doing that. So I'll let you guys know if I find any more, if I continue to find duplicates and all.
Yep. Okay, Kendra, and also follow that process that we just talked about and see if that helps too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it will. I think I've been causing it, so.
Also, who calls Salesforce?
What?
Who's going to call Salesforce? Kendra going to call Salesforce or? I mean, we don't have
an account for TeaSpot.
Yeah, what do you guys need me to do?
call Salesforce for the sandbox.
Yeah, I mean,
Full sandbox.
if there's a way to make us, to put us on that contact list, because right now Mary is the primary contact. For example, when I go to company,
I think I changed. Sorry.
When I go to company information, the primary contact right now is Mary. So if I call Salesforce, they'll probably want to know why are you speaking. We only know Mary from TeaSpot. So
There's got to be some kind of.
there's got to be some way to add us as a contact person. I don't know. I'll research it. I'll actually give them a call and see if they'll speak to me. I'll say, hey, I'm a consultant for the TeaSpot in Mary's absence, and let's see if they'll talk to me.
You can have them like call me as well if they need confirmation or anything.
Yeah.
I can certainly like speak with them on behalf of you guys and all. So whatever you need.
Sounds good.
Okay, sweet. Thank you guys so much. This cleared up a lot of questions.
You're welcome, Kendra.
All right. Thanks, Kendra. All right.
Have a good
Awesome.
week.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
You guys too. I'll talk to you soon.
Hi.
Bye.
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 Bye, guys.
Bye.